Hey, what's going on, guys? Calvin J. McKenzie back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about Dorchester House, an honest review. So I lived at Dorchester House in my first year, and this is just going to be my personal opinions and my insights. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Let's jump right in. So obviously we have Dorchester House. So this is when you go on the homepage, this is pretty much what you'll see. So it's Dorchester House. It's a vibrant accommodation block to 590 students, blah, blah, blah. 2 study spaces and a gym. Does have a gym. Just remember, it was new when we got in there. So this is like the main area to kind of show you. So let's go right. So here's the entrance here. You enter here and there's a toilet there. This is like the mailboxes, and literally this is the first part. If I'm honest, obviously I used this in 2019. Nobody's ever here unless they're studying, if I'm being completely honest. It's really nice to look at and see, but it's you're more time you're in your room or you're in the in your friend's room. Or you are here, to be honest. I do see a lot of people using this because there's a fat TV which you can connect your consoles, and they have a PS4 there already, but you can obviously connect your laptop and watch films. Then the bedroom. We'll get into the bedroom a bit later. There's a video we have, and then we have the kitchen. Apparently our kitchen was the biggest kitchen. I don't know, because we had it, I think it's because we had it extended. So some kitchens are, you only have a common room and then you have a kitchen, but ours is all in one and it's extended, so that could be why. You've got Res Life at Bournemouth at Dorchester. So Res Life is, well, I can't give you the proper explanation because apparently I don't really know myself when I applied, but it's, yeah, I think you should read up for Res Life yourself because I probably can't give you the best thing. So yeah, this is the Dorchester landing page, and that's a studio flat. So first things first, location. The Dorchester location's actually located pretty well. So if I jump right here, so Dorchester is literally just behind here. So this is Dorchester House here. So if we look at everything else, we've got the gas station here. This is the first bus stop. So you're first come. You're the first bus stop on the thing, on the for the stop. So the bus is going to be most emptiest here because this is where it starts. This is like where we did our exams. So that's why it gets a bit busy around exam, because obviously you can wake up at what, 8:30, just go to the exam and go back. Obviously depending on where your exam is. This is Asda right here, so it's literally across the road. Another benefit is the coach station is literally just here. So if we just keep going, here's the coach station, here's Asda, here's a gym also, and then all the other accommodations are literally a walk away. So we've got Belleton here, Home Park there, Lansdowne Point there, and we've got Skyline, Oxford Point, and everything. And it's, again, the location from the university is the same as the others, as it's on the Lansdowne campus, University of Bournemouth. As you can see there, it's about a 40-minute walk or a 5-minute drive. So literally the location is pretty well. And one thing I do want to mention too is if we look here at Dorchester, right, I didn't know this before, but obviously you have Dorchester here, but then right here there's a little, there's a Lidl, and then up the road here is another supermarket, Boscombe supermarket, where there's more stores. Okay, let's look at the video of Dorchester. So this is the video on the plugged in website. I'll link Dorchester House. So obviously here's the reception. I haven't really seen anyone in that room when I was there. Again, there's the for mail. Again, another room I didn't really see used, but that could be because it was pre-COVID. I don't know. But just from when I was there and people going out, I didn't really see much people out here. But that could obviously change for your year. Here's where I did see people, obviously watching TV, films, Netflix, meetups, etc. And here's the changing, the washing room. There were times where there were not enough washers for the amount of residents, but I'm pretty sure that's something you have to deal with. Here's the gym. Gym is free, but you have to sign up and give it like a consent form. It's a pretty good gym. I mean, I didn't really use it, but yeah, if you want to. Here's the layout for the room. So can't remember what floor I was on. So if we go right into my room, as you can see, it's a decently sized room. It's not as big as Home Park in my opinion, but for the size of it, it was really good for my first year. Again, I was told our rooms were big. If you're looking for the biggest room, it's the one furthest away from the kitchen. The girl living there, her room seemed to be extended and it looked longer than the rest of ours. I don't know if it actually was, well, because she managed to put a mat in there. But yeah, let's just say go for the one furthest away. As you can see, you got a little bed set up, you got a little wardrobe, all your good stuff you need. If I just go on, you got a little desk that's set up, really good desk, used it pretty much for everything. And then you got the kitchen. So yeah, the actual looking at the house, it was a really fun house, to be honest, to live in. It was and it's got, obviously you can see it's got a lot of space to do with the kitchenware and everything. Let's look at some reviews. Okay, so it's pretty much value for money. Proper, everything's 5-star. One thing I will say is it is middly ranked with how much it costs, and I do think you do get what you pay for. Some individuals will say it's more expensive, some individuals say it's less expensive. I think it's rightly priced. But yeah, let's just go to some reviews. Been living in Dorchester my first year. It's been amazing to live there. My kitchen's very spacious. Okay, so yeah, obviously they're enjoying themselves. Let's keep going down. So here's some questions. What are the new rules? Obviously that's to do with Dorchester. The Dorchester House, okay, I don't think these are really questions. Does it have an aerial port? Yes, I don't think it does actually. Thinking about that, we never really used it to. Yes, it does. It does have an aerial port in the kitchen. On the kitchen, it has an aerial port. Any more questions? No. Okay. So this says Wi-Fi out number of times consistently has issues with the rooms are flat and kitchen. Way to overpriced what you get. Plus side is location. Everything else is pretty poor. Washing machines always broken. So Wi-Fi cutting out. Looking back, it did cut out a couple times. Not enough for me to remember, but enough for me to sometimes obviously be playing some games and the Wi-Fi cut out. This is your room and kitchen. That can be come down to something personal. As they said, location is great and washing machine's always broken. Looking back now, once or twice it did get annoying because I had to keep paying money, but I don't really remember those. Obviously 5-star, 5-star. Anything else negative. While the building itself is fine, the management team are okay. So obviously they didn't like the management. I thought the management was pretty decent. They helped me, but yeah, we can just go to the next review website. Security officer. Yes, there is a security officer, someone that goes around night and day. Secure door, I'd say it's pretty secure, but you could kind of just get it on the side anyway. Lifts, maintenance, water, yep, all the good stuff. General, yep, that's just a general outline. Here's some more reviews. I'm trying to find the bad reviews. Because I could tell you all the good stuff. The first week was exciting, but then I had not a single night's sleep, and actually enjoy my sleep. Being the only one that cleans sucks too. So that's one thing about going into student accommodation. It's you are with 5 or 4 other random people, and I think that's what makes or breaks most of the accommodations, because if you don't get 5 people that you can get along with, it will clap back and you might not have the good experience. All the experience are made with the people you surround yourself with. So just think about that. But also what I will say is you can always change if you're quick enough. Obviously you might not see your flatmates are like that quick enough, but that's the only thing I could really suggest. Not really worth my money. Slow at fixing things, bugs. Yeah, so it's pretty much, so what I'm seeing, yeah, see, this person just talks about the housemates. What I'm seeing is pretty much management and equipment. If we go on the student room, so obviously these guys, that was 7 years ago, so that was quite a while ago. But yeah, so this is a article, the reality of living in Dorchester House. So we'll just read through this. The residents of Dorchester House don't always get the best reps. It's seen almost as the dumping ground for the big spenders of Bournemouth's first years. With its modern interiors, this was 4 years ago by the way, with its modern interiors and expensive rent payments, but living there is not all the glitz and glamour. Okay. Location. While Dorchester is good for rolling out of bed and into the Asda Mackies, living directly opposite the train station has its pros and cons. Pros being that you don't have to trek. So what trek means is trek's like travel. So you don't have to be trek under the subway. So you don't have to like, it's a long, if something's a trek, it means it's really long to travel. So if you want to go to, if you live in a 5-story house and the fridge is on the first floor, someone might say, can you go get the milk? And someone might reply saying, oh, that's a trek. That's like really, really long to do. So you don't have to, being that you don't have to trek under the subway to catch your 7 a.m. train home. So being that you don't have to take a really long journey under the subway to catch your 7 a.m. train home. And cons being the fact that you have to make sure you don't ever leave anything fragile near the window, as the force of the trains going by is to make sure anything start to shake and fall. To be honest, living there, I didn't even notice we lived next to a train station. It's not, I didn't feel, I think they might have lived on the side, because Georgia is set up in blocks, so they might have lived to the side that's nearer to the train, but personally, I completely forgot we were next to a train station. If we go back, if you live in lucky enough block D, you're also living above the Moor bus station, where you can be worked to the sounds of angry drivers revving their engines every morning at 4 a.m. without fail, and we are truly the lucky ones. 246, just a snap. Although they're probably better than Cranbourne's benches at night on the sofa, will most definitely lead you to never being able to look at a sofa again the same way. The absolute bricks that are Dorchester House sofas have been said to be the most uncomfortable form of seating known to man. Okay, personally, I thought they were pretty comfy, but hey, everyone's got their own opinion. There's always one who leaves their washing machine in all day long. That happens at every single accommodation. I'm experiencing that now at the accommodation I am. Somebody always forgets they're washing the washing machine. It's just how it is. We are guaranteed to find a pair of socks that definitely aren't yours when you pick it back all up. Or a clump of hair if you're having a good day. Being on the top floor is basically asking to sweat to death. You can guarantee it's not going to get any cooler when you open your window by a centimeter. That is true. I can detest to that. Being on a higher floor, it's not always the best thing because you get boiled. But then during winter, you get really cold and you need the heating. So that's something to look out for. If you're going to be on a higher floor, you can look at my other reviews. I got reviews of a heater. So I plan to do some more reviews. So if you're looking for a heater for obviously being or cooler for being on the higher floors, make sure to check out those videos. Whilst the block is pretty modern, you better pray nothing stops working, as the maintenance guys are nowhere to be seen after 5 a.m. So yes and no. I had my fair share of problems and had to wait a little while for the maintenance, but I wouldn't say it's as bad. Maybe the reason I don't really blame him is because obviously it's one person taking control of the whole blocks, which is a good 60 blocks. I think let's just say there's a good amount of people in those blocks. So obviously to cater to every single one at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning, I can understand waiting a little. When you do spot them, it's quite often finding you trying to bring in the road sign again. Sorry, Philip, you're always on the night shift. Okay, I can't comment on that one. I mean, that does happen at uni more than you think, but yeah. Yeah. Despite all this, Dorchester is a pretty good place to live in. The res staff, so the res is res life staff. So again, I can't give you the best description of who they are. I suggest just checking out the description yourself. The res life staff have always got something going on, and the guys working aren't on your backs even when you are being a total prat, so an idiot, and being sick in the smoking area. I'm guessing they meant there, or have lost your keys again at Cameo. Cameo is a club in Bournemouth. Plus the lift banging selfie. Plus the lift has a banging selfie lightning. Is that what she had to say? So pretty much, yeah. So as you can see, her living there is pretty much down to just maintenance sometimes being a bit long, and just other than that, it's just pretty good experience. So I'm just going to show you one last thing before I give my review of Dorchester. Is this anything important? So this is just more links about people talking about Dorchester. Okay, so let me give you this is my opinion. So these are just some pictures of Dorchester, and while I'm talking, I'm gonna put on some snaps. So honestly, I think Dorchester is one of the best accommodations. It provides double beds, accessibility to most things, and when you're coming home from train, it's the easiest accommodation to get to because it's literally just across the road. Easiest to get to if you're taking train or coach. If I just talk about the actual living was beautiful for me. I really enjoyed Dorchester. Hopefully by the time you're looking at this video, let's say planet, the world has opened back up and everything's pretty much back to as normal as it can be. So you have the closest experience to me as I can wish for. And when I think about Dorchester, I would definitely put it on a consideration, because one thing you have to consider is once you live there in your first year, you can't live there in your second or third year. You may be able to live there in your graduate year in a studio, but Dorchester's only at the moment talking 2020/2021 only for students in their first year. So if I was just coming to uni, I would get Dorchester straight away, because it is full of first years also. The only bad things I'd have to say about Dorchester is, as she said, sometimes maintenance can be a little long, but I understand because there's still a lot of people to accommodate for. One problem, every accommodation is waiting for your mail and rent. That just takes forever, kind of just waiting. But again, understandable, because looking out for many, many people. And one last thing I'd probably say, if I was really pushing, there's nothing really. I don't know. It's maybe more to do, but I say that, but there was a lot to do. So yeah, I don't really have anything else bad to say. So if you're looking for accommodation, Dorchester is definitely the one. It's been Calvin. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'm plugged in.